Before we start today's episode, I have to make a quick note of this. During our time in Australia, I neglected to mention this as a challenge, Cave Sprint. Make it to the first safe without being damaged and before time runs out. Like I said before, I didn't list this in the original run when I was going through that job, so here it is in case you were curious. Speaking of challenges, I can explain. I was doing one of the previous challenges off screen to get my records for Australia, and one of them, crocking coins, I was able to get the maximum score, hence why I now have over 1,000 coins. I was trying to see if I can max out the score or see if I go to an unlimited amount, but it doesn't. It only maxes out at 1,000. On the plus side, I am loaded to the bone with cash now. But that means I gotta spend all this in just a few moments. Greetings all, it's Blue Knight, and welcome back to Slide 3, Honor Among Thieves. Previously, we started the first job, or actually went through the first job of the third episode of this game, Flight of Fancy, where we find ourselves in the Aces competition and looking to do a little sabotage to our opponents before the semifinals commence. Today, we're going to start doing that as we will begin to frame Teams Iceland and Belgium into fabricating some bad blood between the two so they'll be going after each other and not ganging up on us during the semifinals. First things first, I want to see what I can get from this from the Thief Death shop. I did get Hover Pack. We will be needing that for a later job, so that's why I want to get it now. I guess we'll go for Rocket Boots too. This is actually, apart from the disguises, the only new gadget in this game. Everything else we've seen up to this point and going forward are gonna be gadgets that are returning from Slide 2. So it really goes to show just how little variety there is in the gadgets. And another reason why I don't go out of my way for the gadgets in this game that much, since they're all, or most of them are repeats for the last game, it doesn't really change my perspective about the gadgets overall in this game. I guess we'll go for... I guess Juggernaut Throw. I'll save the rest for later. That reminds me, I have been neglecting on assigning some gadgets towards Belly and Murray as well. So I'm going to do that right now with Murray. But we only have just the one we could assign to a gadget power-up button. I'll just put that to L2. That's Berserker Charge, which I did get back Australia. Juggernaut, like Atlas Strike from the last game, is an automatic upgrade. The second you get that, it's with you forever. That basically makes our throws even stronger, and I think it could create a shockwave, so it could damage other enemies too if they're near the vicinity of the throw's landing.
Looks like hard-partying Team Iceland has already gone to sleep. Time to borrow one of their Viking helmets.
Why do you need me? Just have Sly pick the lock to the door and steal the thing.
This is a delicate business. We're trying to frame Team Iceland for a crime they haven't committed. If there's any evidence of their door being forced, people might believe that they're innocent.
Man, you've gotten devious over the years. So, how are we supposed to get inside?
There are some sewer pipes beneath town that should connect up with the ventilation system of the hotel. Sly scrounged a raft for the trip, but be careful. Other pilots have caused trouble down there in the past, and the Baron is sure to have set up some security.
I get to row a boat? Nautical!
Murray, use the left analog stick to steer the raft. Press the X button to row forward and the square button to row backwards.
As simple as that. These are the rowboat controls for this first job. I guess, second job technically, since we had to do some reconnaissance, but that's par for the course for these games. So the new gadgets that were available for purchase were the Guttural Roar, Insanity Strike, and Push Attack Level 2. That's all that's been opened up to us at this current time as far as the gadgets go. So Billy did explain the controls for these, for the rowboats very quickly, so I don't have to go over them. Just avoid any obstacles along the way and you'll be fine. We did come across a little bit of those drainage, currents, I guess, and we're coming across more of these again. If you're able to mash shift fast enough with the X button, then you can fight the current and get through whatever or whichever direction is trying to block you from. There is no need to go backwards unless you're getting blocked off by an obstacle like that pipe. See, if I were to get stuck in front of that, then I would have to hit square to reverse. Other than that, I never used the reverse function on the rowboat at all, because there really isn't any spots for you to get completely stuck at. And just like that, we're on the other side. So let's get slide to land.
This is it. Make your way to the hotel ventilation system. Murray, stay and guard the boat.
And now we have switched off the slide. We gotta get to Team Iceland's room. It just involves a little bit of simple platforming, so rail grinding. There should be some wall hooks we can swing from. There's one right there. I say that as I jump into the water. Simple platforming, nothing. Of course, I would jinx myself doing that. And Sly, again, doing that half T-pose thing. I swear this does not come up that often. Sly's not supposed to do that. Yet that's the third time in like, what, 2 playthroughs I've seen that happen? It's really weird. I don't know why that's been popping up a lot more lately. Maybe that's a digital thing on the PS3? That could be it. That's the only explanation I could come up with. Maybe I'm just getting really lucky seeing that.
Nice work. You're almost there. Be careful not to wake these guys up. They're a paranoid crew, and I've probably set up some crude burglar alarms.
So there are various alarms that Team Iceland has set up for you to avoid, like these bottles, that tower of cards you can't bump into and that will wake up Iceland. But strange enough, one of the things you can't get away with is the dive. I stand corrected. I thought that was... Wait, what? No, 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 no,
You're
no.
almost there.
I swear, the last time I tried that,
Guys up.
it didn't wake them up.
Probably set up some crude burglar
No,
alarms.
we're gonna try it again. Maybe if I'm far away, they might not get woken up. No, it does. I swear. When I was routing this game,
You're almost
I
there.
did do that, and the dive didn't work. That is so weird.
Paranoid crew, and I've
I guess
probably
I was
set up
lucky
some
enough to
crude
try and
burglar
do
alarms.
that, or maybe that's another small difference from the digital version. I have no idea. I thought for sure that didn't work. Okay, so you can't do anything noisy at all. Of course, that includes the run, which is hold down the R1 button.
You got the keys to the room?
And these ropes can be broken. That's another burglar alarm you have to look out for, as well as these, I guess, beer cans? I think they're beer cans, but they literally have tomatoes labeled on them. I saw that guy opening his eyes for a split second. He knows we're here. He's just faking his sleeping thing. He's just waiting to bust us when the moment's right.
Just go down to the front desk and ask for a spare. You can forget about me being your wingman tomorrow.
Nice work. Head back to Murray and the raft.
I'm pretty sure if you trip any of the alarms now, you might have to reset and gain this Viking helmet all over again. We also heard that there's another team that was looking to break in to try to cause some mischief towards Team Iceland. So apparently we were the only ones that were out and about trying to do some sabotage against them. I thought for sure that dive didn't wake them up. I swore I tested that when I was routing this game, and it worked. I was not detected at all. Like I said, maybe I just got really lucky in trying to do that, or maybe I just played forgot and just kind of made up that memory. That's probably the other reason why. That did happen. And again, that T-post thing is happening again. I have no idea why that's coming up so frequently. That's so strange.
Sorry, pal. The valve gates changed position. We need to escape through another tunnel. But fear not. The Murray has an unnatural sense of direction.
Uh-huh, that's probably code for I'm just gonna wing it and hope for the best. But then again, Murray isn't the brightest knife in the drawer, so to speak. But where he lacks in brains, he does make up for it in strength. That's where his key feature is. So there's gonna be just more obstacles we'll have to avoid in this next rowboat section. I think the biggest difference here just there's gonna be more moving mines, and that's probably about it. This isn't as any more difficult than the first section we had to go through, so you don't have to worry about it a lot. Also, if you took any damage before, your health gets replenished to full. I didn't know that before. Most of the time, I'm able to get through this rowboat segment and the first one completely unscathed, so I don't really see that happening that often. So for what I looked up, the Viking helmet apparently is a stereotype in Iceland. I guess that's where the Vikings originated from. I'm not too knowledgeable on Viking history, so I have no idea if that's true or not. If any of you do know, please listen down in the comments. I would love to learn about it.
Land ho!
Nice job. You really showed some finesse with those oars.
The Murray is, and always has been, finesse.
Yeah. You good to plant this helmet on the Belgian plane?
Can do, pal. Can do with a vengeance.
Man, Murray's hilarious sometimes. The way he flex when he said can't do with a vengeance, that's another little quirk that I remember from these characters. I don't know why, it's just really funny to me. So the last link of this job is very, very simple. Just head to Team Iceland's hangar and then plant, or no, Belgium's hangar, and then plant Iceland's helmet, framing them for the crime. First off, I want to shake this guy down, see if he's got any extra cash. Since I am pretty close to getting another gadget on hand, I might as well accumulate some coins before I do head off to Iceland's hangar. No, Belgium's hangar for good. I'm so fixated on Iceland that I completely forgot that Belgians are other opponents. And they're the whole reason why we're doing this entire job in the first place. It's to frame them. I see that guy has some cash though. And some loot too. That's definitely gonna sell off just enough. Gold medal, very nice. Though we can't see what number that is. That does happen from time to time. But it doesn't matter. At least we'll see the Juggernaut throw in action. So if I were to throw that hair into the, well, not hair, the ram into the hair, then that would damage the standing enemy too. Let's see if I can do it with this pig. Aha, it does. Though it doesn't do like a whole lot of damage, just stun this guy. I'm pretty sure if there were like more than one enemy surrounding us, then that throw feature would be a lot more handy. Probably doesn't affect like the throwing object that much, but it's more for clearing out the crowd, which is definitely one of Murray's biggest strengths due to his strength. Biggest strengths due to his strength, that's pretty redundant, but you get what I mean. Gonna knock this guy out too. I was gonna do that, but I ended up uppercutting that little canister. Though it did do a lot of damage to me, so I'm not worried about it. And now we're in Belgium's hangar at long last. All we gotta do is find a plane to plant that Iceland helmet on, and this job is done.
That's Belgium's prize plane strung up from the ceiling. It's held in place by these anchors. Destroy them and the plane should come crashing down.
Seems like these lasers might roast my hulking bulk.
True, you'll have to compact yourself using your ball move to travel safely beneath the laser grid.
Check.
You'll need to use your charged ball attack to take out the anchors. Go into ball form and quickly tap the square button to build up force. Then strike. Nice job. Just 3 more to go.
So these grinders can also hurt you. They're
Halfway
not just
there.
for show. If you are caught in the path of one of these things, they
That
will
plane looks ready to fall. Just 1 more left.
knock you out of your ball form, and you will end up getting fried with the lasers. But they're not that hard to avoid.
Excellent work. Plant the Viking helmet and the Belgians are sure to blame Team Iceland.
And there we go. Pretty simple job if I do say so myself. But we were able to frame Team Belgium for a crime they will never be aware of. At least not until the day of the dogfight does occur. But at least the Belgians will be going after Team Iceland in the semifinals. There is also Cooper Hager defense, but I'm going to save that for later. Realistically, and pretty smart actually, I actually recommend you do this. Since you're pretty close to the Cooper Hager, you might as well do this job when you're Murray. At least if you're playing this job first, since you will end as Murray, then you can transition into the next job to start that little job. But for the sake of sticking to the narrative and to Bentley's slideshows, I will be making the long trek back to the safe house and switching off back to Sly, so we can now attempt to frame Team Belgium for a crime they will never commit. On second thought, we're gonna save this second framing job for next time. I didn't realize that this first job would take up as much time as it did. I thought it would be a lot shorter than that. I'm gonna chalk that up to my surprise about the dive not working when we're in Team Iceland's room. That really surprised me and threw me for a loop. So we're gonna hold this job off for the next episode. So, when we come back... Well, that was annoying. So, when we come back to slide 3, we're gonna tackle Frame Team Belgium, so we can frame the Belgians into thinking that Iceland has messed with them, thus pitting the two teams against each other in the Aces semifinals. Until we meet again, farewell for now.